You are listening to
Mariner FM's very own
Navigator News.
Hello and welcome to Mariners FM's news show, Navigator News, with me, Kia Barnett.
And me, Jack Gray. During the show, we will be broadcasting a pre-recorded interview with one of Grimsby Town's biggest supporters, Brad Oskowski. We will also be asking members of the public questions about the local football club.
So let's get started. We have 4 local news stories to tell you about, and we will start with our most important one about ex-Town star Jack Lester. This story is also from the local newspaper, the Grimsby Telegraph. The story is about ex-Town star Jack Lester and what his thoughts are about Grimsby Town's manager and their promotion hopes. Jack speaks about how he thinks that his older club's manager can take the local side back into the Football League and how it feels to be back in the town shirt after retirement. Lester is pictured in the article passing the ball to a teammate. He scored 5 in the friendly match. We caught up with Lester and had a few things to say.
Yeah, you know, I'd personally love to see Grimsby Town back in the Football League. I think we've had a few years out of it now, and I think it's right about this time of year where we're going to have a nice push on and look for the playoffs and maybe automatic promotion. I feel we've got a good manager, a good squad, a good set of fans, and you know, like the club, it's going places. It's going places. We haven't got the biggest budget in the world, but you know, I think we work well with what we've got. That is a good asset of us. I think we're in the right hands. Both Hursty and Chris have a great amount of experience between them. You can't expect too much because of the budget, but Hursty, we've got someone who's capable of taking them up. But this league can be tough, and it was for me at Gateshead last season. Losing in the playoffs is never easy.
In the week, we caught up with a notorious Town fan, Brad Opakowski, and this is what he had to say.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah, no problem at all.
We're here to ask you some questions on Grimsby Town, the title hopes, and whether you think Paulus is the right man for the job.
No, I don't think he is. I think we can get someone better.
Okay. So Grimsby Town are in the playoffs at the moment. Where do you think and hope they will end up?
First, obviously. It's got to be, hasn't it?
It's got to be. Do you think Paulus is the right man to take us to the top?
He could be. It's hard to say. Could go on a good run, but I don't know. I hope he is.
Why do you think Paulus is always in criticism whenever they lose a game?
It's because they're losing to the clubs they should be winning and drawing to the clubs they should be winning.
Okay. So last week, ex-Town star Jack Lester said that Paulus won't be making moves in the transfer window. Do you agree?
I agree.
Why?
Because he said it in the paper and they need some new faces.
Okay, so that brings on to my next question. Do you think that Grimsby Town need to make signings in January?
Yeah, a left back. They need to remove Aswad. He's just too inconsistent for me.
Yeah, anyone else?
They could do with a half-decent centre-back to go along Pearson at the back. Because then Silas, a bit too young, he's still learning, I feel.
Do you think we should go for Ched Evans?
No, I don't.
Okay, why?
Because of his actions.
Finally, what do you think would be the most significant player in taking us to the top?
It's got to be the shop on it. I know John Lewis.
Yep, thank you. And thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Right, well.
Now on to our second most important news story. Promising young karate student take a trip to competition in Poland. The 9 children aged 8 to 14 took part in a fundraising event, gathering money from parents in order to make an important journey. During their time, where they came away with 2 medals, one child won a gold medal, whereas the other one won a bronze. A 14-year-old boy, Clayton Johnson, will also be representing the country at next year's EKF Championships in Switzerland. We will report on what has happened at the time when we hear the results.
The third story is about the latest popular programme, Skint, which is showing Grimsby Town and the people who can't afford to support themselves within the town. This story in particular is about a person from the show called Heidi. Heidi was a promising young boxer within the town, and the show followed her around while she was training and while she was fighting in a boxing match. Heidi lost her temper in a big match and ended up pushing the referee as he disqualified her for back-chatting. Later on in the show, It shows Heidi's grandma coming out of court. The skint star had been sentenced to 12 months in jail for assault. The main story, however, is about how boxing gyms within Grimsby Town are helping to change people's lives and helping them keep out of trouble.
I've been Keir Barnett.
And I've been Jack Gray.
And this has been
Navigator News.
You are listening to
Mariner FM's very own
Navigator News.